in the realm of architectural mastery, where innovation is the cornerstone, we invite you to discover an exceptional firm, one that epitomizes sophistication and precision. Welcome to the world of design excellence, where form meets function at an intersection of creativity and refinement. Within these walls, the designers and craftspeople of Richard Turlington Architects meticulously translate your vision into reality, upholding the highest standards of design integrity. Our expert team collaborates to ensure your investment yields results that reflect the artistry of our enterprise. Meet the visionary founder, Richard Turlington, whose artistic genius and technical mastery breathe life into your architectural dreams. Even in his childhood, his passion for architecture radiated brilliantly, foreshadowing the masterpieces he now creates.
I enjoy drawing. I've always enjoyed drawing. I use watercolors because it's a fast way to graphically impart a three-dimensional quality. Do you want to know the story behind that? So my great-grandmother lived in this house. It burnt down when my great-grandmother was little, and the only picture of it that my grandmother had was this old black and white photograph. So I did this drawing. It was a part of my way of capturing something that was in my grandmother's heart that had been gone from her for 40 years.
Our relationship with Richard goes back to 2004. On the Mid-State Medical Oncology Suite, we were invited to bid on a project at Silver Hill Hospital, the Lodge building. Probably one of the less attractive buildings on the campus that they wanted to transform into program space. And Richard came up with a design. We hard bid it with a number of other firms. From that project on, we worked very closely with Richard and his team. One of the things that Richard brought was his innovation and his creativity, his calming demeanor, his ability to work with our team. There were a lot of times dealing with mostly existing buildings down there that we would run into a lot of existing conditions that created challenges. Richard's tremendous knowledge of the construction industry and of construction enabled us to get to very cost-effective solutions that maintained or enhanced the design. Wednesday mornings were the typical team meetings. It was a meeting that, unlike a lot of other project meetings, the entire team looked forward to. Richard brought a fun and excitement to the meeting. He was always very accommodating, resolving issues, sharing his vision, and giving us the roadmap to how to have a successful project. Richard's ability to utilize every inch of every building for program space. It's another testament to his ability to think outside the box. Really a visionary.
Our firm has been working with Richard's office, RTA, for I would say about 35 years. And in that time, we've done projects with him all over the world. The passion that Richard and his team have for architecture and getting Pelly Clark and Partners designs realized all over the world is unsurpassed. In the spirit of that collaboration, Richard relocated to Singapore to work on our Yale NUS campus project.
As we journey through our international portfolio, we unveil the extraordinary work of Richard Turlington Architects, where form meets function and innovation thrives.
So the project we worked on in Singapore had geographic challenges. It was on an island, so getting materials to the island was hard, and the material palette that the project could be built with was pretty limited. So we had to learn culturally what's available to us, how those pieces go together, and what's the expected quality of what it is that we're assembling. So every project has its own set of complex team members, complex set of rules. Singapore doesn't allow standing water on any of its jobs. So once it rains, the rain has to disappear because the risk of malaria and dengue fever is so high. There was a dengue fever outbreak on our project during construction, and the building department shut our job down for at least a month, I think 6 weeks. Communicating with the construction crew on site was also a challenge because the construction manager would import labor from other countries with whom we couldn't communicate with at all. And they would come, and there would be 1,000 Bangladeshis and 5 people who could communicate in English or Korean. And so it was a challenge not being able to talk to people on a job site.
Richard himself, while living abroad, gained insights into diverse building methods and materials from around the globe. This experience made him a better designer, enabling the incorporation of innovative elements into our work. Our creative prowess shines through, especially in our architectural prefab solutions.
I was a bit intimidated by Richard at first, big guy. And I thought, man, he must be the hatchet man, you know. It turned out that Richard was the sweetest guy I ever knew. Great architect, you know, and very on the job, very committed. Richard was very fastidious when it came to the quality. The fact that the facade is a composite of 3 major elements: aluminum, steel, there was glass, and there was stone. So you put all these few elements, totally disparate kind of materials, to be a facade, and it's like a frame, right? So it was built off-site, bring it on-site. Richard would then be the one who flies in very often to go to the factory sites to say, hey, this is what we want, right? And we will be supporting him to say, okay, this is what you want, and let's make it work.
At the Yukon Supplemental Utility Plant, RTA's vision powers the next generation Connecticut science program with 2 steam chillers, 2 electric chillers, and an upgraded electrical utility connection, all elegantly designed. The Connecticut Science Center, a pinnacle of RTA's expertise, boasts 154 square feet of science wonder. Our integration of a prefabricated metal siding system over a complex steel frame stands as a testament to our precision. Our portfolio is a gallery of magnificent works, the enchanting Delamar Mystic to the majestic St. Luke's Parish. The Cape Cod Museum of Art transformation was a remarkable endeavor. RTA's contribution to this 8,500 square foot wood frame museum included organizing entry functions with a new arcade and creating the inviting Heart Signore sculpture gallery. The Stirling Cogeneration Power Plant, nestled in Yale University's campus, exemplifies eco-friendliness. RTA assisted in its construction, reducing carbon footprints by over 24,000 tons annually and powering prestigious institutions. What truly sets Richard Turlington Architects apart is our mastery of 3D modeling, from Navisworks to Revit. and a host of other 3D modeling software, we seamlessly integrate these technologies to craft the perfect, flawless final outcome. Our commitment to precision and innovation knows no bounds, ensuring every project is a masterpiece of architectural excellence. As the sun sets, the Richard Turlington Architects team continues to shape the future, sculpting works of architectural artistry with unwavering precision. Thank you for accompanying us through this journey, where luxury meets architecture.